told you we'd be back with news about Mark Cuban. Clint had some last words about Mark Cuban and him cutting checks.
Well, I mean, you mentioned that everyone's going to consider him being a loser.
Oh, I didn't think he'd be a loser.
No,
My whole point was he's stone cold pimping.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks franchise, like we mentioned, is over, worth over $1 billion.
It's a players' organization.
And then you
like,
got
I've heard
Tank,
about what they've got in
all that. So, I mean, Mark Cuban's a great owner. Great owner. Besides that little scandal thing that's going on right now.
Yes. Well, they said he's wanted to buy the Pittsburgh Pirates for years. Because he's from Pittsburgh, and they won't even let him buy him because
he's treated like Donald Trump.
And Major League Baseball.
He's treated like Donald Trump in that regard. They don't want him in baseball like they don't want Donald in football.
I've seen a story. Him and the Crafts, or Mr. Kraft from New England, they're actually pretty good friends. Did you hear how Kraft actually ended up acquiring the Patriots?
Yeah.
He bought like all the property around the stadium. And actually ended up purchasing the stadium. Why are you looking?
Because we told you this.
You told me this?
Yeah.
I don't think you told me.
I know. I was there.
I don't think you told me.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy? This is the guy, and then that's the guy.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what's great?
So I didn't listen to you guys because I remember seeing this on television.
Brandon, if you have Alzheimer's, you can go on YouTube and chronicle it right now because that just...
Because we were talking about Robert Kraft and the tennis company first.
We talked. He's trying to say Navratilova. Biff Navratilova. I said it right.
He bought all the property around.
Right. Hey.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Whatever.
I'm from the fucking future.
Hey,
anyway,
they're buddies.
Anyway, get a hold of him and try to figure out how to buy the Pirates.
So anyway, we're talking about him writing checks. Somebody else is writing checks to Arizona's coach.
Actually,
Miller,
the Arizona coach, Sean Miller, is writing checks to
he's writing checks for 5-star recruits.
Yeah.
So, everybody, it's kind of like that thing where Mark Cuban can't talk about it because you're doing it, but you can't talk about it.
Give yourself 3 minutes, maybe 2, and just give your explanation on the NCAA.
As far as what's going on?
Just everything going on, no interruption.
What I'm saying is that the NCAA has been paying for players to come there forever. You don't have to look up where I went to school, but I'm saying I went to a Division I high school, and I seen players who were driving a Dodge Duster one week. The next week, they're driving a Lexus. Like, it's not, you just don't talk about it. It happens. Guess what, people? Rugby or women's soccer or golf or all that shit doesn't pay for anything. College basketball pays for things. College football pays for everything. Everything else falls by the wayside. So you want your kid to go get a full ride scholarship for playing badminton or whatever the hell this kid plays. Is little Trenton. Hey, Trenton plays badminton. You want him to go for a full ride? You have to deal with the fact that checks are written for DeAndre from the hood to go play basketball for the University of Arizona. Until you accept that, let's be real, the pussification of America, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We want to talk about it, do one of these, but we're not going to do it. Mark Cuban said what he wanted to say. He said the truth. But because he didn't say the what? The youth movement, he got in trouble. So guess what? Miller got in trouble. They'll probably get his brother Archie in trouble here in a second. And they'll be, they won't be homeless pooping in a garbage can or anything. But, that's what happens.
But see, the thing with Sean Miller is he makes, I think it was a little over $2 million for the year, and his brother is also a D1 coach,
right?
And his father was a coach,
right?
And everything like that. And Sean Miller was
a dog back at Pittsburgh.
Sean Miller, though,
point guard,
being wiretapped.
I missed my mouth.
The trickle down effect from this. I think the NCAA and what they need to do. This is giving Big Baller Brand a whole bunch of more legs underneath to get that league going, because they're talking about paying the players, they're talking about taking care of the players and everything like that. So with the NCAA, what they have done has completely given themselves the biggest black eye, because the NCAA is not getting in trouble. Who's getting in trouble is the coaches and the players.
Yeah.
And the players,
middle management.
A lot of the players are coming.
Just like real life.
A lot of the players are coming from situations where they could use a few extra dollars.
They're not going to turn it down.
They're not going to turn it down. The parents aren't going to turn it down unless the parents understand. Oh, this is a perfect example. This one guy, I can't remember his name, but the kid goes to Kansas. All right. So they gave him money to go to Kansas. Or no, the father accepted money. And the kid ended up losing his eligibility because of this. So the father was behind it. The kid had no idea what was going on.
Wow.
And the father was behind that. So you're looking at either players accepting, parents accepting, and the agents pushing it. And on top of that, they're pushing them that dream. And Paul Pierce mentioned that the NCAA are using college players.
Yeah,
and the NBA's using NBA players.
Right.
Yes.
You know, because if LeBron leaves Cleveland, the whole downtown, the economy is going to go.
Why don't we arrest the true thieves in the whole situation? College tuition rates have gone up tenfold over the past 10 years. I'm talking to the point where students are so far in debt that you get a degree in something, you can't even pay for the degree.
No.
So where's this money going? It's
in
going in their pockets. It's not, okay, the players say they get 10 grand, 15, 20, 100, whatever it is. The fact that that's even an issue compared to the millions and millions of dollars, where is this money going? Where are they getting audited? This ain't even a freaking issue because we sit there back and we're like, we're going to judge Sean Miller for giving $100,000. We know it's happening.
Right.
But at the same time, it pays for the rest of these programs, like we said, it's going on. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, they're getting rich.
Let Brand jump in on this.
Go ahead.
I personally, the way I feel about this is, and I hope this is the direction the NCAA actually goes to, and our topic actually is, should they be paid? Okay. What I'm actually hoping for is not the schools to pay them, because that's what I keep hearing everybody talking about. We'll give them $100,000 to play ball.
No, that's too much.
Let these players make money off their own damn names. Mm-hmm. If there's an autograph signing, you don't need that money. Let them go ahead and make their money on their side. If they want to get a shoe deal while they're in college, let it happen. This has nothing to do with their college education. You know what? And the schools are paying enough with some of these, like you said. How much does it cost to get an education right now? If that's covered because you're playing a sport, you're getting plenty.
I completely
You're
agree,
getting plenty. Now, go ahead and get your Nike deal. Go ahead and do your... Could you imagine how much money Johnny Manziel would have freaking made?
If you're a tech guy...
And it covers all bases.
If you're Mark Zuckerberg and you're at Harvard, and say Mark Zuckerberg stays doing what he does in college and becomes a multi-billionaire and decides to still go to the university, that university,
right.
No one's going to come down to Mark Zuckerberg and say, you're making $1 billion. You know why? No. Because he's doing it on his own dime. Like Brandon says, why can't you have Nike sign these kids? You said you have to go to college for 1 year. Can you believe if LeBron James had to go to school for 1 year, you're going to make this kid who came from nothing, living in the ghetto of Akron, pass up $100 million?
Think about,
who are you as a person?
Think about this. You know how they rank them on the star recruits?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what goes up to 5.
What would that Zion be getting right now?
Right. What's Zion?
Hold on a second. It goes up to 5 stars, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So the 5-star recruit, $10,000, $5,000 a month. You know, the 4-star recruit, $2,000, $4,000.
I don't think it should be
so
based on
so
that.
on. I mean, if you want to try to get it, I guess, organized and try to get it somewhat to where it's not what it's going to nowadays, because March Madness and college basketball isn't what it used to be.
No, absolutely
all.
No. They're waiting. Honestly,
I mean, it's
only
horrible.
They're waiting on the
March Madness is fun as it is, but now all these scandals, it's crazy.
Did you watch the 30 for 30 with Brian Bosworth?
Oh yeah.
What did Brian Bosworth do while he was in college? He would start drama, and then he would buy T-shirts supporting his drama against him, making money upon money upon money. No one ever talked about it, but he did this. He produced the drama, he executed on the field, and then he collected. Mm-hmm. What is so wrong with that? I don't believe that they should set up a system, because it's only going to get too tricky.
If you set up a system, okay, and you can still get your shoe deals and all that stuff, but you get a base salary.
Local advertising.
You get a base salary. Right, for depending on your star recruit level.
I don't want to
base salary, but those guys who are like a 2-star, 3-star, those guys can have a bigger shoe deal than the 5-star.
Well, this is why I don't want to go. This is why I hope they don't go in that area. Is because what we're going to do is
many ways to do it.
I understand that, but when you go into the actual organization paying the player, you're just opening the door for that overpayment to happen again. What I'd like to see is, for instance, freaking. A local restaurant, and some of these college basketball areas are focused on just college sports, you know what I mean? A local college town, okay, let's just say in Alabama. Alabama is diehard Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
So for instance,
Roll
I don't know.
Tide.
I haven't personally been to Alabama in quite a long time. I don't know of a famous restaurant in Alabama.
Right.
But if there's a famous restaurant in Alabama,
Maybe there's
let
a
that
Ruth's
let
Chris
that let that Ruth's Steakhouse pay a player to promote their product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let those little things kind of roll into these kids' pockets, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
Dude, that little Ruth's Steakhouse, guarantee they're Roll Tide. Yeah, let's get that. It's gonna help our product because that stuff will happen. It'll come naturally. Do not open up to where these organizations are paying these kids because we're gonna run into the same scandals again that we are running into now. Okay, we're supposed to give him $10,000. Well, on the backside, old Johnny Joe over here
You know what's
15.
funny is all this is gonna happen regardless of how it's
and it's been happening.
regardless of how it's organized or
It's been
scheduled
happening.
or anything.
All
of it's gonna happen.
You know what's loud?
Harvard would be the end all of all sports period because of the education. Because actually, if your kid had to focus on the education,
Now, is this
he's
why,
gonna want to
though?
go to the school where the education is.
Is this why the kids aren't getting paid? Because basically college sports is based upon the athletic itself, but yet also getting an education. And is the NCAA thinking, okay, well, if we give them too much exposure and if we pay them money or if we do this or we do that, are they going to lose out on what they're here for to begin with, which is
Well, unfortunately,
let's talk about
the unfortunate truth of the matter.
That's why these one and dones are happening.
I was gonna say these one and dones will sit there and prove it that they're not actually there for the education. They're only there because the NBA decided we ain't taking them from high school.
Right.
The NFL decided we ain't taking them from high school.
And that's
so
why
these
I'm saying
players,
the big baller brand is gaining traction because of this.
absolutely.
Sure,
Nobody can
So there's like a firestorm there in the NCAA offices because what's the president? What's the president for the Buckeyes for a long time? Gordon Gee with the wasp haircut and the big bow tie. Those are the thieves. They're the ones making the millions and millions of dollars. How much money does March Madness make? Billions of dollars. Where is that money going?
In the pocket.
Right. Are the players getting it? No. So where is that money going? No one has accountability for this. No one's auditing the NCAA. No one's saying this. Tuition prices are going up. They're not helping to pay for this.
And the bad thing is,
monopolized
teachers
on
are still
everything.
underpaid.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, tuition prices going up through the roof. Basketball's making money, hand over fist. Players aren't getting paid, so where's the money going?
It's going to
top
coaches.
10%.
It's
The
going
top 10%.
to
No, it's going to
the
the top
boosters.
10% of people.
Well, yeah, of course. But it's also, these coaches, some of these coaches are getting paid.
Paid.